Guys and dolls, need to get my hair cut, so I'm keeping my hat on indoors. Um, Listen, this is for my followers, and I need you to listen very carefully. So basically, at the minute in Belmarsh prison, they're trying to put Tommy in the mainstream, and I need to let you know that with ears on the ground, and it's not good. There's an awful lot of people saying an awful lot of things right now that are not good for Tommy. That's what's going to be happening, and all the rest of it. We don't exactly know what's going on, but we know this much. So basically, he's not getting any visits or anything like that because this is the way it works. So basically, in prison, it's levels of privilege. It's how they can try and control behavior. So they'll have like different three levels normally, you know what I mean, of privileges that you get. And Tommy's at will be in basic. You know, so you got to earn your TV and all that carry on and whatnot. But when you're in the segregation, you don't have none of them. You know, you don't get any of them privileges. You also sometimes don't get a visit, or you don't get as many visits as you should normally get. You just don't get any privileges. You know what I mean? So basically, what they're saying is he needs to go in the mainstream. In mainstream means he needs to go into the wing with everybody else, and he says the reason for this is because of the cuts. So basically, they're saying they can't afford to put extra men, prison officers, to keep an eye on one of the most high priority prisoners in Britain at the minute. One of the most high profile activists against Pakistani grooming gangs, the most vocalist, who's been warning people of what's been coming for the last 15 years. Things that he's been saying 15 years ago is coming to fruition today. And that speaks volumes of the man. And everybody around the world can see this, apart from our far left Labour government and their agents, Hope Not Hate and End Racism, who keep pushing the rhetoric that we're all far right racists. Tommy Robinson is in extreme danger, and you must contact your local MPs. And I am going to put Tommy's prison number and the prison below this in the description with his full name. And I want you to write to the governor. I'm not asking you to write to the governor and demand that no matter the cost, we will cover the cost if he just tells us what the cost is. But that is not any reason to put this man's life in danger because they can't afford it. You know, for whatever reason, the government, the governor is trying to do here, whether he's trying to pull points, whether he's doing orders from Stormer, or whether he's trying to have a dig because he's being underfunded, he's overwhelmed with an overcrowded population, with a population of inmates that he's got no control over because they're so organised, just like the paramilitaries were in the jails in Northern Ireland. The paramilitaries in the jails in Northern Ireland run the prisons themselves. There was never an order taken from a prison officer. Orders were only taken from other prisoners, and none of the prisoners or the governors had any say in anything that went on in the prison. The prisoners genuinely run the prisons because when you've got every single prisoner taking an order from one man and every single prisoner is doing the exact same thing at the exact same time, that can be quite a bit of it's really difficult for anybody that runs a prison. It'll destroy a prison, and that's the kind of thing that's going on. These are organized gangs, extremism. There's no two ways about it. The extremism is now rife, and it's a breeding ground for they're converting people in everything. So it's really, really, really dangerous place. And the governor knows this. Everybody knows this, and they also know that Tommy will either be unalived or seriously wounded by either water, scalding water with sugar, and or with worse bladed instruments. And this will happen within probably hours of him getting let out from his cell in mainstream, and because he'll walk straight out, he won't hide. Once they make him put him in a cell, he will come straight out. He will not, and he will go ahead. Um, what else can a man do? You know, you're only a man if you stand up for yourself. That's you know you. That's just how we are. It's working class guys. That's how we feel. You know what I mean? Um, you've got to contact your local politicians, guys, and write them and tell them that you demand that this man is protected. You know, and this is the only way that we can try and help and save this young man's life for his kids' sake and his family's sake. If even if you're not politically motivated, like by anything that he says, and you don't really care too much about him. At least think about his children. You know what I mean? His loved ones. You know what I mean? Tommy Robinson is a movement. We're all Tommy Robinson. This is Stephen. This is a human being. This is a young man has committed no crime, does not deserve to be in prison. Yes, officially he's committed a crime. Yeah, but the crime should never have been there. They've been committed. So please, guys, please do what you can do. You know what to do. Get onto your MPs, get onto the prison. Let's get Tommy protected. If we have to pay for his protection, Governor, from Belmarsh, we will. Thank you, guys. Good luck and God bless.